Hey, and welcome back to Soul Spa University Holiday Edition. So this video is going to be very useful for you anytime you feel lonely, especially during the holidays, and especially if you've lost somebody. So stay tuned because I'm going to give you all the divine tools you're going to need and want to know that you are never alone and it's all going to be okay. So in the meantime, please don't forget to like so that this content can continue, and subscribe so that this content can continue and I'm not lost on you forever. And after subscribing, don't forget to hit the all notification bell so that you might find me again one day. And after you hit the all notification bell, you can actually hit set reminder when I premiere post so that you can actually find me again one day. And you can actually experience the content while it's still up. You can actually also send it to anyone that you think would be helpful. Any sharing would be amazing. And if you don't have any friends, this is why you're here. Because you're not alone. You're with me. It's going to be okay. And we're going to get through this. You're going to feel so much better after this video. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Stay tuned. So the holidays are supposed to be a really magical time. And I think that's the problem. If you're at all, quote unquote, alone during the holidays or have recently lost somebody due to either death or a breakup, holidays can be especially hard. No matter if it's a breakup or a friendship of anything, okay? I think that's why 61% of consumers dread it and 88% of Americans are extremely stressed out about it. I mean, those might be for other reasons that I've covered to help in other videos. But in the meantime, if anyone's ever lost somebody, I'm with you. When I was 11, I lost my mom suddenly, early December. I think it was 1996. And it was, don't even get me started. I mean, living a nightmare. And what happened to me after that changed my life forever, aside from the obvious, losing her. But Christmas was her holiday. She always made it so special for us. You know, we weren't the type of kids that were given things all year. We were given to us on Christmas. She made it very special. And so it was never the same. Okay, well, that didn't give me much help. Anyway, here I am 25 years later to give you as much hope as I can about how it's going to be okay. And you're going to feel way better after this video. Okay, guys, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about many ways. I should probably just number them. So there might be a few numbers here to know. So if you feel alone right now, here's one way to know that you're not. One practical way to know that you're not alone is that, like I said, 61% of consumers dread the holidays. 88% of Americans are extremely stressed during the holidays. So on a practical level, know that you're not alone, and also know that those are just the ones that reported it or were asked, okay? Because I don't remember taking that survey and I felt it before. So know that on a practical level, when you feel really alone, that there's actually many like you. In fact, you're the majority. Okay. So if you ever feel alone at home on a holiday and you're sitting there by yourself and you feel alone, or ever, just think to yourself on a practical level, there's so many that feel this way right now in the exact situation I'm in, or worse. And if you think of it in an or worse way, that's not to make yourself feel worse, but that's to then put a perspective in there and a balance so that you may switch more to a gratitude sort of energy of what you actually do have. Some people don't have what you already have. And I'm not just counting how you're feeling. I'm just trying to let you know that the basics of gratitude can get the lowest people out of depression. If you just think of 3 things a day that you're grateful for, when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed, or that happened to you that day, no matter what it is, no matter what it is. And we can get more into that in another video. But yes, first and foremost, on a practical level, if you feel alone, know that you're not alone, because so many feel that way right now as you're feeling it, and even worse. So thank God you don't feel as bad as those people. And where you're at right now, many feel, many feel the way you do. In fact, the majority do. So you're not alone. Don't fall into this illusion that everyone's in this perfect life the way social media makes it seem. Mm-mm. On a practical level, no, you are not alone. In fact, you're in the majority. Another way you can know you're not alone, which is actually very true, is that you are actually surrounded, don't get scared, but at all times. So, what we know in a practical way is that we're humans and we have 5 senses, right? But that's just our 5 senses. We're actually so much more than that. And a lot of you already know this. You have your third eye, you are a soul, you are a spirit. We are just in this illusion that we are human bodies with 5 senses. No, 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 no. We are way more than that. Like, we have so many more dimensions. We got 3D, 4D, 5D. We are so much more than that. So just know that when you feel alone, that is actually an illusion. That is an illusion, part of the earth experience that we all sort of signed up for. Okay. And, we signed up for this for many reasons, but just know that there's so much more to this than you realize, including the fact that you are actually surrounded by angels at all times. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. Just stay with me till the end of the video and just give it one shot. You'll be fine. Okay. You are surrounded by angels at all times. The person that has passed, okay, anyone you know that has passed is actually with you at all times. These people are so happy. So, what's going on is that on an angelic level, they're just surrounding you, angels at all times, wanting to do whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is you want, there's nothing too little and there's nothing too big for them to do. And they are so happy when you ask, because they actually can't do anything until you ask. It's like it's like this whole infringement on free will thing. So what makes them happy is helping you. And they can't do it until you ask. So I don't care if it's a hair thing. I don't care if it's a I need a friend thing. I don't care if it's a I just need to feel like I'm loved right now thing. I don't care if it's a I want this feeling thing. I don't care if it's a please get me through this feeling thing. Okay. Please, at all times, ask. If you feel safer, ask God. I say, hey, angels, I say, hey, God, and any angels that can or will help under him. That helps, but really, only thing that is real is love. So you're good. Anything that feels alone or anything other than love is actually an illusion, which is temporary, that we signed up for in our human experience. We are only here on this earth as humans for a very short amount of time. Time is also an illusion. So in the holiday spirit, actually, you could think of these angels as, I'll probably get in a lot of trouble for saying this, but in a playful way, Santa's elves. You know what I mean? Because obviously it's God elves, but they are amazing divine beings that just want to help you so bad. So you would be helping them by actually communicating with them and asking them for help. So that's an amazing thing. So also, your loved ones that have passed are also still with you. Okay, just like the angels. All right. So again, back to, we are thinking we have these only these five senses. Okay. Um, okay. So basically what's going on is that I feel we were all born with these amazing gifts of seeing and beyond these five senses and all sorts of things. And, somewhere in childhood, it was sort of, it was kind of we kind of fall into these programs of those around us in order to figure out how to survive and figure out what's normal, what's not. I feel that when we're born, our minds are this big. And as we get older, they get more and more narrow to in whatever way we're sort of taught. So I feel we've all had this when we were younger. I know I remember talking to my dad after he passed when I was 6, and I remember the exact moment it stopped, and that was because it was sort of told to me that I was upsetting my mom by saying he was still with us, which was probably not even the case. However, the last thing I know I wanted to do when I was little was upset anybody. I was actually trying to help. So, same thing for all of you. We actually probably all spoke to our loved ones that have passed. Um, I know that every time, I, okay, I'm going to get into this in a second. All right, so now I'm going to give you a practical way to know that you are actually communicating with them. So what I was about to say is that I had many ways of communicating with them, I realized. And, in order for me to try to verify if this was real or not, I would go to these psychics and mediums. And after they held my hands for a few seconds and I would finally let go, they would all say the same thing. They would all just be like, and I'm like, what? And they're like, you're one of us. And I'd be like, okay, whatever. It's just, I never, for some reason, I'm like always there for a different reason. So I'm like, because in my head, I'm thinking we're all one of you. Like, I'm just like, that's so sweet. Am I talking to my mom or what? That kind of thing. Anyway, so all right. So now I'm going to give you a practical. So what you have to do with them, because your loved ones are with you right now and all the time. You probably at this point think you only know these five senses. So you have to establish a language with them. Okay. You're going to ask them a yes or no question. And you're going to say, if yes, show me this. If no, show me this. The yes and the no answer that you want shown to you has to be something that when you see it, you're going to recognize. Okay. Blue leopard, donkey with a hat on it, something that you will remember, something that has to do with that person. You'll know if it's a yes. Maybe write it down. It's fine. If you want to know about my first verification of angelic communication experience, please check out my first video that I've ever posted. At that point, I did record a bunch of videos, wasn't posting them. Then when I watched that one, my soul was like, this one. I didn't care how I looked, not about me. It's about the soul that's going to help. And it's my first ever video. It's in the soul food playlist. And it's called If You've Ever Lost Somebody, Please Watch Until the End. And it's many ways on how to communicate. But yes, try that. It's going to be amazing. There's amazing stories firsthand in there about when I first knew it was true, the chills, the angel months, everything, and how I taught it to the head dean of Cornell, who reached my mom. It's transformed his life. And it's been amazing with that formula. So that's a nice practical down to earth formula so that oh my God, this is true. Also, give them a time frame of when you'd like this answer by, because time's an illusion. So them over there, which is right here, and us here, but we have a different view. You know, different time zones. So yeah, be careful there. Just give them a, you know, when I first did it, I said by 7 the next day, and they did it by 7 a.m. the next day, which was 4 a.m. And now they're always going to do it in a way that's very comforting and ooh, good, invigorating to you. Okay. Okay. Another way is whenever you're looking for something, ask them for help. Watch you find it. I'm serious. Okay. I know you could do this with angels. I talk to angels all the time. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then I do it with my mom all the time. Mom, like I never had an adult relationship with her, and now we do. Like I'll literally be like, oh my God, mom, where is this scrunchie? Right? Like I'd be looking for this scrunchie. Oh, it's usually right here too. For like an hour. And finally I will remember, oh, I'll just ask her, you know, mom, where's the scrunchie? On the dresser on the way to the bathroom. And I see it as that was said to me. And I'm like, really? Yes, you left it there on the way to the bathroom. So on my way there, I'm like laughing to myself, like if I find this damn scrunchie there, and there it is. There it is. This happens every time with everything. So that'll be another down to earth practical experience of you getting verified that, oh my God, yes, it's them. Look, you looked for that for an hour. Then you ask them where it is. Watch them guide you. Hear it. Listen. Even if your mind is somewhere else, you'll somehow find it. They guide you, man. They're fine. They're divine. Okay. All right, here's the best part. You ready for the actual fluid communication? Yes. Okay. All right, so here's some background. I'm not even going to read all this. I do prepare, guys. Okay. So I don't know how much of this background I'm really going to share, but basically, okay, I'm just going to get into it. Okay. Hang on, this is going to take a drink. Let me just drink water and stuff. Oh God, I just gulped that. Okay. Had some water, gulped it, had something else, gulped it. Well, let's open the doors and that'll all be shared right now. Okay, guys, story time. Once upon a time, I had a different life. I moved out at 17. I guess it's a long story. Anyway, eventually I moved to Florida and I was engaged. At 15, moved to Florida. Okay, he was in the military, worked nights. I went to school and worked and took care of the house for us. I kind of developed this, I like to joke saying it's like some suburban housewife thing where to get through all these chores, I would just sort of blast this music and just drink a little alcohol. And I know suburban housewives do other things. And listen, I'm kidding. I love all housewives and all these things. I'm totally kidding. It's just my way of making fun of myself. And if I'm doing it in a way that offends anyone else, I don't mean it. I'm sorry. I love everyone. Okay, I'm serious. But anyway, at the end of the day, when all the chores and everything was done, I'd be by myself and I'd sort of just drink a little bit. It would open doors in my mind because my family's very substance sensey, substance sensey is what I call it, where we're sensitive to anything. And for me, it opened doors in my mind. And I would talk to my mom, like I would like really want to reach her. So I would like ask a question and eventually like an answer would come and I would write it down. So I'd write down the question, I'd write down the answer. Then this happened very like there was almost no pause between me asking the question and getting the answer. In fact, the writing was almost slowing it down. But I remember years later being in a whole different life where now I'm roughing it on my own again. Um, in my 20s, and thinking back to that time and being so embarrassed to myself, like, God, oh my God, I can't believe I thought I was doing that, And like I can't believe I told my, then husband about it. He wasn't the most open-minded person. I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't imagine what he thought of that. And I was in my now I'm in my young 20s thinking this. Okay, now I'm mid 30s. Okay, and I'm very different than how I was then. However, what's interesting is within a year or so, or a few years, as soon as I heard the term automatic writing, I knew exactly what that was. Okay. It's me trying not to curse. But yeah, I knew exactly what that was. Um, Nobody ever taught me it. Nobody ever explained it to me. But as soon as they have said automatic writing, I was like, that's exactly what I did. And now they're teaching classes on it and charging a lot of money. And what's interesting is I am now I hate to say past it because it's an amazing tool to get started. And that's why I'm sharing it here. But now it almost slows me down. Like now, the minute I have the question, I have the answer in my mind right then and there. I can have a question right now, answer, question, answer. I don't even finish the question, I have the answer. So it's very fluid. So basically, automatic writing is a great place for you to start if you want. You would basically write down a question you have for them. And then you kind of use your third eye to sort of connect and think, not think, but feel what would they say? Like you're starting out using your imagination um, to open a door, a divine door, by just kind of letting it in because it's hard for people that's never done this to imagine this is real. So we're calling it imagination, where, oh, what do you think they'd say? And the first thing that comes to your mind is actually what they're saying. So if you get in this pattern, just like training wheels on a bike, like eventually you won't need the training wheels. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. I know that what I don't want to say here because I don't even know if it's auditory, but it's a sensing and a knowing. And I know it's legit because it's things I don't create. Now I literally have conversations with my mom like as if she's there all the time. I never had an adult relationship with her because she passed so suddenly when I was 11. However, now I do. And what's even more amazing and what I'm going to share with you here is that so when we came here on earth, we actually signed up to be 1/3 of what we really are. So each and every one of us are only up to 1/3 of what we truly, really are. So when we pass on, we are actually in the fullness of ourselves. We are in the wholeness and to most fullness of ourselves. We evolved our 1/3 here to be even more full now, but we are in the fullness of ourselves. So when you're communicating, which I'm going to share more about in a second, with the person that's passed on, whether it be your best friend or your cousin or your parent or anybody, right? Yes, you're communicating with them, but you actually have a version of them that is, I hate to say it, so much better than they were here. It's like it's them, but enhanced because now they feel good and they have so much more knowledge, so much more advice, so much more wisdom, so much more love, so much more time, ironically, right? Like we think they ran out of time. No, if they were here on this earth, they'd be limited by things they've learned here, paradigms, time, priorities, this, that, the other. Now you're communicating with them in the totality of who they really are, with all this knowledge they can actually tell you, teach you, that you don't have access to here. Well, now you do through them, right? Whenever you want, wherever you want. How good can it get? Trust me, I know. We're in this human experience. I know. Don't think I don't know it hurt. I'm with you. It's okay. Have compassion for that part of yourself. We are human, right? But what'll help ease that is also knowing of what we truly are. Human is one little aspect, but the whole picture is that we are actually spirits, souls living a human experience. The human experience is temporary. We're all going to be together in the end. Only love is real. So you can communicate with them anytime you want, whenever you want, fluidly. Just talk to them as if they're there. What do you think they'd say? That's what they're saying. It's that easy. The more you do this, the more it'll happen. So you want to know how this is not my imagination? Here it comes. My mom will literally tell me things I can't create. Here's one example. I was about to meet up with my friend one day. She was very pregnant. She was going to a doctor appointment. We've been texting all day. She couldn't wait to meet up with me. I'm talking like she was in the waiting room texting me. She's like, this is only going to take 10 minutes. And I'm like, all right, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't want to bore you with the details, but I was in intermittent fasting at the time, which I still do. And I was about to eat before I went to meet her so that I'd have leftovers for when I came home. However, if I wasn't going to meet her, which wasn't in the plan, we were about to meet each other, I'd wait to eat so that I don't, so that I'm full when my time of eating is up, if you get what I mean, if you understand intermittent fasting. Point being, I was about to eat so that I could be kind of okay by the time I met her so I could have leftovers, right? But if I wasn't going to meet her, I didn't want to eat for another hour, okay? Now, not meeting her was not in the plans, okay? Not in the plans, because she'd been texting me all day. Like, I knew she wasn't going to cancel. Like, there was just, she was texting me all day. She was in the waiting room texting me, blah, 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 all this stuff. I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. And so I was about to eat. All of a sudden, I got it. Message. Don't eat that. She's going to cancel. And I said, what? I thought I imagined it because it's like, what? And honestly, at the time, it's very inconvenient what they tell you because I'm tired. I don't know. As humans, we're tired. We're trying to just go by plans so we don't have to think so much. So when they tell us something like that, it's like, oh, you better be right. Like, you don't want to take the risk. You don't want to take the risk. You just want to get done what you got to get done so that you can be more prepared in life. You know what I mean? So I was like, what? And then she goes, yeah, she's going to cancel in 10 minutes. Don't eat that. Wait. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh. And then I happened to look at the oatmeal container that was right in front of me. And it's my mom's birthday as the expiration date. And I was like, all right. you know, um, there's no coincidences. There are no coincidences in life, just synchronicities. And they say they talk to you, angels and those who have passed, through numbers, music, and coincidences. Well, there are no coincidences, synchronicities. That's what they mean. And they also talk to you in many other ways, which I'm expressing here. What they mean by coincidences, aka synchronicities, is through the numbers and through the music. I'm telling you, I'm teaching you how to communicate way more fluidly. So I didn't need it. 10 minutes later, she sent me a text. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't cancel, blah, blah. And it's totally fine. Listen, whatever she had to do, she's pregnant. That's not it. That's not it. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, oh my God, I would have never guessed this. Like, the point of the story is that whole thing that came to me is not from my creation. I had all the evidence in the world by earthly terms that this wasn't going to get canceled. I would have never guessed that. I would have never created that in my mind. It was told to me. Those are the times I know it's right. So yeah, guys, the more you do this, the more you allow your loved one in, you will have a relationship with them. I get that the end of an illusion hurts. You know, we're all in these rented physical bodies and we're in this illusion that we're separate and all these earthly things, right? And you think they passed. I'm letting you know they didn't pass. They're right with you right now. The end you felt was the illusion of separation of a human experience. And I'm letting you know that it's okay. Have compassion for yourself. It's okay. I'm here. You're there for yourself. And they're there for you right now. And God is with you and all the angels are with you. Please ask them for help too, please. That's okay. I get that that's happening. I get it. It might take practice and getting your mind used to things like this before you hear the song that you've established as communication between you two and you don't cry, right? Like, I used to get so touched by these songs that I knew was their communication to me, because you can establish communication like that. Like, I know old Mariah Carey songs are my mom, and that's a whole other video. I know which song is the person that was a father figure to me. That's a whole other video. That maybe I'll do all these videos and put them in the soul food playlist. But the point is, yeah, I know who's who. At this point, my senses have grown so much. I know who's who too. Like, beyond even if I didn't establish a song with somebody. But what was I getting at? Okay. So I forgot, I'm sorry. Sometimes when I'm channeling, I forget where I'm at. I don't know. So so I knocked myself out of it, out of channeling for a second. So I don't know. But the point is that they're always with you. And yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So at first I used to get so moved by these songs, that so touched from my heart and soul from within, that I would cry. I would cry. I'd have angel bumps. It was amazing. Now I have to remember, like, when I'm crying, it's out of being touched from my heart. And sometimes you're just streaming down your face. I know now, when I'm streaming down my face, bathed in these what I call angel tears. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's angel bumps all over me. There's tears all over me. It's just, oh my God, it strikes your soul, and you know from the inside out what is important. You know, then it was nothing you thought before. You see the beauty, you feel it. It's so riveting. It's so amazing. The problem is when you first start this, that biofeedback wise, your body might think you're sad because you're crying. But you're not, you're just touched. And hey, it's okay if you think you're sad after every time. But after enough experience in this, you don't cry anymore. I mean, I might cry to being really touched, but out of an after a lot of experience in this, I just think, oh hey mom. And I hear the message in the song. It's different every time. And I'm just as touched, just as riveted. Sometimes there's tears. And hey, it's just as moving, but maybe without the tears. And that's okay too. The point is, guys, yeah, maybe it was the end of I don't want to say it's the end of the relationship, because it's not. They are still with you. It continues, just an enhanced version. The only end is the rented limited experience that they signed up for, that limited time with the limited role. If you think about what we signed up for here, it's like a play, you know, like everyone's roles are who they are in the play. But when the play's over, we're all here in our bodies, but we're so much more than those roles and those scripts we did. We're hanging out, we're free. We have so many more things to talk about. We're so together beyond that little play and stage. We have so much more to our personalities than that role. Same for them. What you knew was a role. They're still with you. That relationship still exists, except 10 times more divine than you can even imagine. And now you can be open to that and experience and be taught the best from it. It might take you a while to adjust to this amazing new option, and that's okay. But either way, I wanted to give you this option. And if you don't want to take it, that's okay too. But I couldn't not give you this option because I know how hard those holidays are and how hard they can be. And hey guys, if you're just dealing with a breakup, that's fine too. Because what you can actually do is talk to their higher self and kind of get peace within yourself there with that. And you can manifest a new partner. Remember, that love was not fake. It's fine. It's still there too. We signed up for these roles in this play for a reason. Okay. Think about what it would have been. Think about what that reason would have been that you signed up for that. And anyway, back to those who have lost ones that on the other side. Yeah, even those that quote unquote treated us wrong and are on the other side are here helping us. They want to help. You can talk to them. So yeah, guys, I couldn't not open you up to this amazing magical world. I know the holidays can be really hard, but they can also be super magical. I just feel that, and you can feel however you want, but I just feel, and I've been told I'm really connected, in case that helps you understand that I'm not coming from some weird place. But I just feel that God's love and divine love, which is from God's love to the angels and those who have passed, is the most fulfilling love you could ever have within you. And they want you to love yourself too. So within that love of yourself. So if you ever feel alone, know that you're not. You are surrounded by angels. And if you are ever missing someone because they're on the other side, know that they're not. They're right by you right now. Talk to them right now. Hear their response. Okay, it's all a matter. Nothing is scary. It's all a matter of perception. And trust me, I don't watch horror flicks. Okay. And that's an illusion. Okay. Anything from fear on this planet is an illusion. I don't feel like letting it in. But I talk to my mom all the time. I talk to those who have passed all the time. They're not past, they're right here. They are right here, guys. You are never alone. Always talk to them. You can have a better night talking to them, receiving answers and laughing with them. It is fun and fulfilling, and you'll learn everything about yourself because you will be amazed at questions you come up with. Okay? You'll have an amazing night with them, quote unquote, all by yourself. You're not by yourself. You're with the best company anyone could have. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, connections are very amazing on this planet. But if you're ever without it, don't worry. You have them. And you could always ask them for another human connection. And if you don't want one, that's okay too. You have them. To me, that's 11 times better. They are loving. They're patient. They'll give you amazing advice. Just be open. They want to talk to you. And if you want, this is another option for you. You can always talk to them. Please don't ever feel alone. It is a temporary illusion. They are always with you. And in a way, they couldn't be before. I've always told this to people, and now it's mirroring back to me that's what people are saying, that experts are saying, that I've been to the other side and come back. So anything I've ever thought and felt and have taught from my soul and channel, apparently it's everyone that's been to the other side and has come back is saying these exact same things. So that's amazing. And I love you guys so, so, so much. Thank you so much if you're still here. I really hope this helps you. Please know you're never alone. I don't even want that in my vocabulary, let alone yours. I don't want to keep saying it to you because it's an illusion. What else was I going to tell you really, really quickly? Yeah, I forgot, and it's fine. There's more videos to come. Just don't forget to subscribe so that I'm not lost in you forever. I still might be once you subscribe because I'm a pretty small channel right now. So I would hit that all notification bell so that I'm not lost on you forever after you subscribe. And then you can hit the set reminder when I premiere post so that you can actually be reminded when I post new content while it's still up. And yeah, please share it, people. I hope this helps. And if you have no one to share it with, that is fine too, because you have me and the angels now. Okay, hopefully. And if anyone's interested in this session with me, the link is in the description box. You can contact me at soulspineuniversity@gmail.com. If anyone got anything out of this content, would like to donate anything, I don't care how small it is, would feed my heart and soul so much, from love and compassion. And that link is also in the description box. And yeah, please don't forget to like and share. And yeah, if you guys please share in the comments below how you're doing. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, guys, have fun with your new angel friends. I hope your life is opened up now. There's so much more to this. I can't wait to share with you or meet you guys in sessions and give your individual soul exactly what it needs. But if you're still here listening to this, then your soul really needed to hear it, and you were guided here either by your higher self and those who have passed, I guess, and those who have passed. I was going to say but that's not the case. And yeah, guys, so happy holidays. I hope you enjoyed my gingerbread men. Okay. Shout out to Love and Bambi, Shop Love and Bambi. No, they didn't pay me to say this. I just really like them. Okay. But yeah, guys, have a blast. You can have any party with any angels you want. Anybody that's passed, they were always with you. So please, please don't hesitate to talk to them. Please don't hesitate to ask them for help and the angels. I like the created God. That's me. But yeah, guys, please know that you're never alone. And please enjoy anything you now know of that amazing magical world of divinity that you are a part of. God bless and namaste.